Hey, Antoine, Sunday was such a strong game for all three safeties, I thought, in terms of being a big part of the defense against the Eagles. I had wanted to ask you about Mike Edwards as I could. I know you guys are kind of interchangeable, but he obviously has kind of cultivated a reputation as a ball hawk. And I just want to ask you when you see that and why it's such a strength for him.
Man, that's just what he does, man. Mike can find that ball, man. Every time we're out there, he could get 10 plays. He'll have 2 picks. It's crazy, but no, he's a ball hawk. He works hard, and he definitely works for everything that he's earned.
Thanks, Antoine.
Rick Stroud.
Hey, Antoine, I know you've played the Rams, before, but when you look at them with Cooper Kupp, with Odell Beckham Jr., how does this put pressure on your secondary? What are these guys able to do to get open?
Yeah, they have weapons all over. Receivers are good, running backs good, quarterbacks good, have a good offensive line, and so they have weapons everywhere. And we just got to do our job of just making sure we contain those players. And that's what we're practicing right now, and that's what we're working on. So that's the goal, just to contain all those guys.
Generally.
Hey, Antoine, and watching you guys on Sunday, obviously you had a number of your pieces back, but it just seemed like you guys had this level of energy. And as Jamel said, it felt like you guys had this swagger back. Did it feel different for you guys? Did you have to make a conscientious effort to have that? Or was that just something that naturally came back because you guys finally had like almost all of your pieces back playing?
I would say since it's playoffs, everything is energy, all that, everything is up and everybody's more aware of it. So when you're out there, the energy just feels different because it's win or go home. And so you have no choice but to bring that energy because you don't know when your last game is. So that's something that we kind of felt during practice throughout the week. And then in the game, it just showed.
Is that the closest in terms of like an energy level and the way you guys were playing at just such a high level? Was that the closest you guys felt this year to playing like you did in the Super Bowl, or were there other instances of it?
I would say that one felt like how it was kind of last year. Just the energy that the guys had out there, and everybody was just on the same page, and we were just clicking. So I definitely felt that.
Joey Knight.
Antoine, I'm guessing you watched the Rams game the other night.
I can't really hear you. It's kind of
okay.
low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Okay. I imagine you watched the Rams game the other night. How amazed were you by just seeing Cam Akers on the field, and not just what he did, but just being on the field, period, after that injury?
Yeah, it's always awesome when you're able to come back from injuries like that, because I've had my fair share of injuries throughout college and everything. So I just have to applaud him for being able to come back and do the things that he done. Because would he come off of a Achilles?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, I applaud that because that's hard to do. That's one of like the worst injuries you could have, especially being a running back. So my hat's off to him for being able to come back and do his job.
Thanks.
Steve Isbitz.
Antoine, speaking of injuries, about a month ago, Bruce Arians said on the radio, you and Levante had Liz Frank sprains of your foot at the same time. Did you guys work together on the rehab and maybe draw some strength from each other? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so his was like a week after mine, I believe. So I was kind of already ahead of the process of working in and getting back to the game. So we kind of like missed our times of getting treatment together because I was a little bit ahead while he was like doing things inside the facility. I was outside running already, so we kind of missed. But we always talked about it and just talked about things that we could do to, heal our foot and things like that. So.
And blitzing, you've had a couple of sacks the last couple of weeks. Are you constantly lobbying to blitz more? Or do you feel like you should be?
When my number's called, man, I'm just gonna go. I love blitzing. I love playing that role, but I'm just going off of whatever Coach Bowles calls.
Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Antoine, they say the NFL is a copycat league. Team has success. Teams try to replicate that. Did you look at the Rams this year and say, you know what, they're trying to do what we did last year, kind of loading up with some all-stars, including the quarterback?
No, I didn't really look at it like that. They have a great team. They have weapons all over the field. And so, I mean, I didn't really look at it that way, but they just have a great team.
And then can you talk about Jordan Whitehead? You know, on a team that's loaded with stars, he doesn't get a lot of publicity, but he's really put together an incredible year, hasn't he?
Yeah, an incredible year. You know, he's our leader back there. You know, he's always bringing energy, always doing his job, and he just makes plays.
Last question will come from Evan Klosky.
Antoine, just you guys on the defensive side of the ball in the beginning of the year, it seemed like everybody was on the shelf. Now it seems like you're all back. And now the offense feels like it's going through it. What can you tell the offense after going through that experience as someone who was injured as well about pushing through, especially at this point of the year where, as you mentioned, it is the winner go home mentality?
Yeah, you know, you just got to trust those guys are going to do the job. You know, they're NFL players. They're going to get it done. We have depth in our room, so they'll be fine. And they just got to keep pushing.
Thank you.
All right, that's all we have time for. Appreciate
Thanks, y'all.
time.